Hi everyone! Thank you guys for coming back to our Chess Duel channel. Today I'm going to show you guys a really cool checkmate called the Smothered Mate. The Smothered Mate is a checkmate delivered by the knight in which the mated king is surrounded by, or in other words, smothered, by his own pieces. Pretty cool, right? Let me show you guys some examples. To start off, in this position we are playing as white. It looks like black is completely winning. I mean, come on, he's literally up 37 points worth of material here. But actually, white can win. As we can see in this position, black's king is on the corner of the board on h8, and he's surrounded by his own pieces. In this situation, if we actually promote our pawn to d8 as a knight, then we have the possibility of checkmating black in a smothered mate. This is the only way that white could possibly win in this situation. When white does this move, white does it so that they can play the move knight f7. When the knight jumps to f7, then black will be checkmated as he cannot move out of check as he is surrounded by his own pieces. Let's say that the knight moves to e6, but in this position, no matter what move black makes, he's not able to make any more room for his king. So we're able to play our checkmating move, knight f7 checkmate. And as you can see, this is an example of the smothered mate, as we're delivering checkmate with the knight, and the mated king cannot move out of check as he is surrounded by or smothered by his own pieces. Let's look at another example. This is a famous position between a world champion and some random amateur. White has a smothered mate here, as the king is blocked from moving by his own pieces. As you can see here, the knight, queen, 2 pawns, and the bishop surround the king so that he is basically smothered by his own pieces. In this situation, the winning move for checkmate is knight d6 checkmate. In this position, the king cannot move out of check because, as we said before, he's surrounded by his own pieces. And the pawn on e7 cannot capture back the knight, as it is pinned down by our queen. Pretty cool, right? Now, let's look at one last example of a smothered mate. In this situation, it's a little bit different, as not all of black's escape squares for his king are blocked by his own pieces. However, the only empty one happens to be controlled by our white bishop, the g8 square. This is still a smothered mate, because the real reason why black cannot move out of check is because of the rest of his pieces. We need to find the best square to put our piece, and we quickly find that it would be d7 for our white king. However, in this situation, the black queen is protecting the d7 square. So what should we do? Whoa! In this situation, we just sacrificed our queen for a pawn? Well, actually, the reason for this move is way deeper than just winning a pawn. This move puts the king into check, so as the king has nowhere to run to, the black queen must take back the white queen, letting go of the protection of the d7 square. Now that the queen is here, let us realize that black is still being surrounded by his pieces. The pawn, queen, bishop, and rook prevent him from moving away, and the only square that is empty is controlled by our bishop. Now we can make our checkmating move, knight d7. When the knight comes to d7, this is checkmate and this is a smothered mate again, as we're delivering checkmate with the knight, and the king cannot move because he's surrounded by his own pieces. So remember, always be on the lookout for a smothered mate. A smothered mate is when you deliver checkmate by the knight, and this mated king is surrounded by his own pieces. So if you see that your opponent's king is in a weak position and he's surrounded or smothered by his own pieces, make sure to always keep an eye out for a smothered mate. Okay guys, for the end of this video, here's a bit of a tactic problem for you guys to figure out by yourself. In this position, you're playing as black, and black can checkmate in 2 moves here, using a smothered mate. So your job is to figure out how. Remember that in a smothered mate, if your opponent's king can freely move to a certain square, you need to somehow force your opponent to put one of their own pieces there. Also remember that in a smothered mate, you are delivering checkmate with your knight. So comment down below the answer to this tactic, and we'll be sure to like your comment if you're correct. Okay guys, that's it for today. Okay, I hope you guys learned something from today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to come back for more videos.